Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP, and I'm here today with Dynamics community leader, Liz Hallen. Liz, introduce yourself to the people and tell everybody what you're up to.
Hey, Rick. Good. Thank you so much for having me today. As you said, I am Liz Hallen. I'm one of the user group directors here at Dynamics User Group, the host of the upcoming DynamicsCon event, which I think we're going to chat a little bit about today.
Yes, I've heard quite a bit about DynamicsCon. I sort of, joined in the last time you had it. It looked like a pretty successful event. So let's talk a little bit about, the last time you ran this event.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's been a whirlwind. Just the response from the community has been absolutely amazing. We held our first virtual event in September of 2020, and unbeknownst to us, we had 6,650 people join us for our free event, and we're just frankly a little bit overwhelmed as to the response. So we thought, well, let's do it again, have some fun, and offer some free training and education to the folks that are in the Dynamics and Power Platform communities.
So let's talk a little bit about the event that's coming up. It's in a couple of weeks. And talk a little bit about who the audience will be. And maybe we can talk a little bit about sort of the conference tracks and things.
Sure. Yeah. So we're pretty excited. We are going to be targeting professionals and IT pros and such in the community that are primarily focused on like the Microsoft D365 products such as Business Central, customer engagement, and finance and operations, or whatever Microsoft is calling that product these days, as well as
It has
Power.
many flavors within F&O. So
Right? Yes, exactly. In addition to those D365 products, we also have content targeted for Power Platform users, as well as the Dynamics GP audience. So the Dynamics GP audience is new for us. We did not host content for them for our September event, but very excited to be able to offer some, again, free education and training for them this time for the March event, which will be held March 16th through the 18th in a virtual environment.
okay, so people can, and we'll put the URLs on this post so people can find how to sign up for the conference. But is this something you're going after the business community, the technical community, or a combination?
Sure, good question. So it is a little bit of a combination. The way that we have structured our content and the way that we basically finalize our agenda, it's really whatever the community is looking for. We did this in September, and we did it again for the March event, is in that we accepted submissions of content ideas and from the community as a whole. We had submissions open for about a month, and then did something a little bit different that we haven't seen other conferences and events do, which was we allowed the community to then vote on all of those submissions. And those sessions, which got the top votes, are the ones that we ended up putting on the final agenda. And it's, again, just overwhelming response. I think we had over, it was over 400 submissions, and we had over, I want to say it was about 11,000 votes, over 11,000 votes that we had for those submissions. And then we finalized our agenda at the end of January. So you can definitely see the final list of sessions. I would say for the most part, we do have functional sessions that are going to be on the agenda with a spattering of technical ones on there too.
So let's talk about some of the speakers and some of the topics you'll be covering.
Yeah, so it's kind of a wide range. The speakers, many of them are going to be those that are Microsoft partners, because those are the folks that have the expertise and the knowledge behind the products. So very excited to have lots of different people. The one thing that we did change also for March is that we reserved 25% of our content for folks that are kind of new, in terms of maybe more of an inexperienced speaker. We're really trying to elevate those in the community that maybe haven't been in the limelight in the past. So it just ended up happening naturally. We didn't have to force 25% of our content. We ended up having about 30% of our presenters being brand new.
That's
So pretty
fantastic.
excited to see some new and fresh faces. Yeah.
Great. So who are some of your sponsors?
Oh, our sponsors. Our event is definitely not possible without our sponsors. Because it is a free event, our only source of revenue is through sponsorship packages. And we're so grateful for everybody that is supporting us. Um, we've got over 70 sponsors so far.
Oh, fantastic.
Um, yes. Many of them are going to be ISVs, so companies that are offering solutions that extend the functionality of the Microsoft D365 GP and Power Platform products. But we also have some implementers too that can help companies that are looking for some assistance in getting their business applications implemented and deployed.
Okay, great. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic event. And do you think you'll beat your over 6,000 attendees again?
I know we're going to. And the reason that I know that is because we have over 6,000 registered already. And if history repeats itself, which I think it will, we've noticed in the event industry that many people, particularly for a virtual event that's being offered for free, they tend to wait a little bit to register. I don't know if it's just human nature or what it is, but we very much anticipate we're going to have a lot of registrations here in these last several weeks and even the day of the event. So we won't close registration. Everybody is welcome, and we hope everybody will join us for some awesome education and networking.
Okay, great, Liz. I really appreciate your time, and we'll be catching up with you again after the conference to see how everything went.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you having me on today, Rick.